about to go downtown.
Downtown Kay.
Downtown. You about to go downtown.
Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good night, and welcome to another week's episode of Downtown World. Don't waste no time with negativity with your girl Kay, and that is me. I am excited because this is the first live that we are doing in 2022, and tonight we have none other than artist Nova the Rebel tapping in with us, and I'm gonna get him to come on in here. So welcome, guys. Happy New Year. I'm happy to see you guys as you're coming in slowly, and I'm just super blessed to be able to start off with such an amazing individual tonight. So let's get him in. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit rusty, so let me find him. There we go. I'm gonna send this out as a notification.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm doing well. I'm just sending out the lives to a couple of people, so I'm just gonna let one of my favorite tracks hear what I like, rock out a bit while I send it out.
All right, let's go.
Baby, I love your energy. I can see that she into me. All the signals she sending me, being real is a bleed. Just wait till it catch wind of me. I'm trying to catch up with you later. Tell me where you finna be. I'm leaving out the gym. I'm about to hit the crib and shower up your ex.
All right, so Nova the Rebel, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Happy New Year. I'm doing well. I'm really excited to speak with you because I've been following you for quite some time. So I've really been able to have that journalistic eye and kind of watching your career. And I really admire the work that you put in. You're always you're just always putting in work. Like you're one of those people I can see. Hi guys. You're one of those people I can see on my timeline. And I'm like, I know he's gonna be putting in work. He has something dropping. You're pulling up somewhere. You're doing a show somewhere. You're supporting someone somewhere. So I really fuck with you for that.
Thank you so much, and I want to say I appreciate you for even having me on the show. I'm the first of the year. Oh, okay. I appreciate
Let's
you.
Let's go. So how's your New Year been so far? It's gonna be really informal, chill. I'm super downtown world, don't waste no time with negativity. It's a real family over here. It's all about positivity and ways that we can just encourage each other to grow and advice that we may have in our music careers, etc. So how's your New Year been so far?
I mean, it's early, but so far the year has been amazing, honestly. Leaving 2021, leaving 2021 and coming into 2022, I actually won the Elevation and Dedication Award at an award ceremony. Shout out to
Yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
And so I won that award on the 31st, and so it's like leaving the 31st with a win and sliding in. I'm sorry, leaving 2021 with a win and sliding into 2022 winning. It's like it's a beautiful thing. So I'm just excited about it.
Man, listening to your music, and you speak about one of your tracks, how your dad, literally, one of your brothers was incarcerated, and you were getting in fights and all the time at school and stuff,
Yeah.
and to now be transitioning your New Year with an award with all that hard work and hustle you put in. I can only imagine how good that feels for you.
Yeah, it definitely it felt awesome. Just so much of the acknowledgement for the video. Like my father passed in 2020, so to at least leave 2021 with that acknowledgement and so many people getting a chance to just hear me speak so highly of him, it was a beautiful thing. And to top it off with a nice little plaque for me is like, that's beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, I'm happy that 2022 is starting out just so beautiful for you. I'm not even gonna hold you. The song, yes, it was beautiful, but when the video dropped, I can't even lie. A tear or two definitely well, not my face, and I don't even know pop. So, you know, you really did a great job. I know sometimes when people, I know it's horrible to say because people have lost, but there's there's some artists that have a way of shouting at people that they've lost that isn't corny and like resonates with like the audience, and like Meek has us yelling out R.I.P. Lil Snoop. I've never met Lil Snoop in my
Right.
life, but you know what I'm saying? So you definitely did a great job of that. I know that probably wasn't your intention, and my condolences again, but it was beautiful how you put it together, the video concept, everything. It was really beautiful. So I'll start off. Is it okay if I play a bit of the record? Is that
Oh,
okay
yeah.
for
Oh,
everyone?
no
All right.
problem.
So everyone, this is Heroes Don't Die by Nova the Rebel. I'm just gonna give you a little tears, a little sample. All right, and we'll see what's happening.
Heroes never die, man. You gotta understand that. What's now? Nigga, you had to be part of God's plan. Look how he sent me hand to teach me how to be a man. Show me how to dance when it was time to throw hands. Win or lose, I took my chance to take a stand. My superhero was gangster with a big heart. Three children, you raised on three. An example when a real man's supposed to be. You ain't leaving.
That's all I can give you guys because it's just like you gotta go stream that. Make sure you're typing in Nova the Rebel, and it's on his most recent project, Heroes Never Die. So, what inspired that track? I know it's the obvious, but either
Yeah.
way, you didn't have to write a song about it. So, what inspired just that whole process?
You know, my father being such a huge part of my life, it was like how could I rap about everything else but the man that helped make me the man that I am today?
Facts.
So it was like I was putting together this album. The album is called Remember to Live. And
Yeah.
so remember, to have a situation like that on an album called Remember to Live, like I had to put that in there because I had so much to say. And I said a lot on there, but I still have so much more to say about that man. And so I had to fit it in there the best way I could. And I didn't even think about it resonating with anybody. I just knew at the time that I was hurting. So feeling the way that I was feeling, it was hard. I had to go through all the memories and things
Because
that he
you're
told.
writing about someone that you lost, and
Yeah.
also you don't want the song to be trash. So it's like
Yeah.
that must be a very emotional like studio session.
Yeah. Actually, so my guy West Now the genius, he produced the record, and so I actually co-produced the record. So the beat was a certain way at first,
Okay.
and then, I wanna mix this up. I wanna do this with it, and
Mm-hmm.
so I told him how I wanted a little bit of the rearrangement to happen. He made it happen, and the beat came out the way that it came out, and it was like, yeah, I wanted that up tempo feel. I didn't
Yeah.
want anything too, sad feeling.
Yeah.
It's just okay. I
The
want to
lyrics
get
did the lyrics did that enough.
yeah,
The lyrics,
right.
yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I just wanted to carry it out. I just wanted to carry it out in that way, just boom, 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 and still give it my feel. Just put that Nova the Rebel sauce on there, but it still be about dad, still about
Yeah.
pops, and the record came out the way it came out, and I'm happy.
So here at Downtown World,
Fruit and mind.
we say eat fruit, mind your business. I'm trying my best, but I want to know who were the two OGs that were also with you in the video?
Those are actually my brothers. Uh,
So,
yeah, those are. So it's three of us. Pops,
okay.
mom and pops had three of us. So I'm the baby, and so
All right, same.
yeah, I'm I'm,
Yeah,
I'm the baby. So I
yeah.
kind of I kind of catch it from them because they the older brothers. That's just what it's always been. But the one in the black pea coat, that's
Is that
that's
the taller one?
huh?
There was one that was like really tall.
I'm gonna tell you a secret. They not tall. Um,
Camera angle.
they not nice little angle. Like they're not tall. But my middle brother was my middle brother was the one in the black pea coat.
Okay.
Otis was the one with the gray sweater.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's beautiful. They're like, just because you wrote a song about dad, you better put us in the video. I feel that.
Well, let me
Feel
tell
that.
you, so I called now, obviously we all took the death hard, but we all took it in different ways.
Definitely.
So middle brother, I'm gonna have to put him out there a little bit, but I wasn't sure he was be even with doing it because
Mm-hmm.
he was tore up. We always tore up, but
Yeah.
you know,
Him.
he,
Yeah.
he was taking it. So I wasn't sure if he was even going to do it. So I was talking to my older brother. I called him first, like, yo, for dad, I need all of us in this video, bro. And
Yeah.
he with it, and I'm like, yo, I gotta talk to Carlos. So when I talked to my middle brother, he was like back and forth. Like first he was like, all right, and then I was hearing he ain't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of right, like but then
Yeah.
my oldest brother talked to him, and then my mother ended up talking to him, and they were all like, when I came back, he was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And then we had it scheduled for 1 week. Something happened. I can't remember what happened. I think one of my brothers ended up getting sick. And then so it was like, all right, following week, I need for this to happen.
Together.
Following week, I'm checking on you still good? You still good? And so we made it to that day, and we were finally able to make the video happen. They all showed up. A couple of cousins, a couple of friends came through, and we knocked it out.
No, that's beautiful. I'm happy everyone was able to come together. Shout outs to Bola um, in the audience as well. I went to his release party for his music. He's in Toronto, where I'm based, Toronto, Canada.
Okay,
And he has a twin sibling actually that passed away. And I remember learning that story at his release, and just as I said, I can empathize as much as I can with having to create while losing someone that was very like close and important to you. So shout out to you, and it's a beautiful record, as I said, and the video that had me in tears. So
thank you very much,
yeah.
and my condolences to him and his family.
Yeah.
You know,
No
um,
worries.
yeah. So yeah,
No, definitely.
you know what? I played in North by Northeast out there. Are you familiar with that?
Yes. Same way how
Yeah.
they have South by Southwest. I know they have North by Northeast. So when you come back to Toronto, Canada, you definitely have to link up. So I want to ask you, Nova, also, you do have a sexy side that you get into, right? Which is this track that I'm talking about, What I Like. Am I allowed to play a little bit for everyone?
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yes, indeed.
Baby, I love your energy. I can see that she into me. All the signals she sending me being real is a breeze. Just wait till they catch wind of me. I'm trying to catch up with you later. Tell me where you finna be. I'm leaving out the gym. I'm out to hit the crib and shower up. Your ex been hollering about us, though I never met them. Friends, we can link up at the spot. Come dance with me till you feel the room temperature getting hot.
That's all I can give y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Nova the Rebel, What I Like, it is on Remember to Live, his most recent project. He's talking that shit. So I do notice that split difference, right? You do have like your motivational side to your music, but then you do have like your girl tracks, your more sexy side. So I want to know what inspired What I Like. I know you released this project a couple of months ago, but this is my first opportunity getting to speak with you about it. So bear with me. But what inspired that track? How does
You
one get into this mindset? What was happening?
well, I I heard the beat, and at first, I'm gonna be honest,
Right.
I really didn't know where I wanted to go with the beat, but I just remember I was driving one day, and then I'm like, like I'm just doing rhythms, like I'm listening to I'm playing the beat, and I'm just listening and making rhythms, uh, just humming. Mm, mm, And then it started what I like, what I like. Hold on, let me pull over and write that.
Yes,
What I
thank you
like,
for pulling over.
what I, and so it just started coming, and she know what I like. Mm. And it just was like, okay, we got our foundation. She know what I like, and so now we got to piece this thing together when I get home. So when I like, oh, it's on now. I got my concept. I got part of my chorus. I can work around that, and I enjoy a sexual energy when it's time for it, and so on the album, if you notice, like it's no just
Yeah,
chill
yeah,
on there. And it was like, okay, I could talk about some other stuff, but it's like I don't have one of those records on this album yet, and so that further confirmed that those some sexy on that joint. So
yes,
it was
yes, 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 sexy always. Listen, as a female media person, and usually it's males behind these platforms, right? I'm letting you know, like, god damn it, we bought something sexy too. Like, I love the hardcore shit, I love everything else, but like, we're already listening to men. It's already so misogynistic. We're already listening to men majority of the time. Give us something sexy to do our makeup to like work out to like do some squats to. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
it doesn't all have to be rah rah rah. Like
right. Right. You know what else though? It was another piece that inspired me. A young lady that I know that I had met on tour. I was on the phone with her,
are
and
we about to get a tour story?
no, it's not really a tour story. I'll save those for another time.
All right,
But
all right.
I was talking to this young lady, right? And so we was talking about some of my music, and she was like, "Yo, I need something sexy coming up on this new album you doing. Give me, you know." And I'm like, "Okay, like, all right, So that was
Yes.
that was even more confirmation. Like, okay, I'm directing this record correctly right now because the ladies are asking for some more sexy
Yeah.
on.
You do
And
a great job at it. I wouldn't say it if like what I heard was like you do a great job at
thank you. I definitely wanted to execute my point, and
it.
so you know,
Yeah.
I I, I beat them lashes off. Like,
Listen, listen. Men make. Let me tell you something, Nova. I'm a bit of a. I wouldn't even say a bit. I am a music nerd, especially when it comes to hip hop culture. Okay, men make some of the most top like Billboard chart topping, classic female sexy records that we know and love today. Jay Z has wrote so many of Beyonce's hit records that we love that we be like, Jigga wrote that? Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah,
don't be afraid, Jermaine Dupri, you know, tracks that he's written, like, so don't be afraid to get into that bag. Like, you
yeah.
already know how that can go. But what I do want to ask you, right, is who are some of your musical inspirations? Because you have all these sounds, and I notice that your beats aren't usually what I hear everywhere. So I'm curious to know who are some of your musical inspirations.
I mean, for my inspirations, you gotta take it. You gotta take it back. You gotta go De La Soul. You gotta go Tribe Called Quest. Uh,
Mm.
got your Nas's, of course. Uh, Q, Mob Deep, of course, Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's a wide range, and as I continue to get older, I started getting into other genres of music as well. So I like a little bit of rock and roll. Of course, the old school, the Love and Happiness, the Isley Brothers, You know, it's so many different sounds that I've really started to get into. Somebody would get in my car like,
You're
yeah,
listening to this? Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, hip hop wise, of course, your Biggies, your Tupacs, um, the greats from the top of the '90s, AZ. Uh, there's a lot of inspiration. It's a wide range though. Like it's really a wide. Like you could get in my car and hear some Fallout Boy.
The bitch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
easy
all
fun.
of like man, I be something everywhere. So
2000. When, if you don't mind me asking, what month are you born?
I am take one guess and I tell you if you're right or wrong, and then I tell you. Take one.
Okay. The pressure, the pressure. You
What
know
do I
what?
like? What do I come off like?
You're giving me like spring winter energy. Like, so let's go with March.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I am a Leo. I am
a
a
Leo?
yes,
Jeez.
big lion in it.
September or August. I should know that. I swear I used to have like a lion emoji or something in your
Yeah,
bio or something.
you see the hair? It's lion. It's
Okay, okay. So all right, because I'm like, you have like the artists that you're mentioning are nothing to play with. So I'm like, it's a really great selection. So I was trying to figure out like, all right, what is his birthday? Because I know me as a Libra, I'm like,
Mhm.
I love all types of music. Like I can find something in every genre that I fuck with. So no, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you, what is it like being, or how did it come about you being signed with like Bone Thugs and Harmony and under their label?
Well, actually, I had an album that I was that I had done at the time, and me and my team we were like, yo, we just gonna go for Dolo. It's just us. I was set in my mind. I was cool with that. Like we about to do we gonna do our own numbers and we gonna make it happen. And so I was doing a lot of promo with this single that we agreed on called Monster. Me and my team we agreed on a record called Monster. Okay. Now that song was a new addition to the album that we were gonna put out. And so I was promoting that at the time, and I just so happened to come across a young lady uh, who actually happened to have some relation to Crazy Bone. She wasn't in his family, but she had
Really?
connected to him,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what she told me at the time. And at the time, it was like, all right, I wasn't sure to believe it or whatever. She was like,
Yeah.
leave your number, and I was like, all right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't, I really didn't think nothing of it until the weekend
Oh, for real.
that had came, and I was hosting some rap battles. So I'm looking at my phone. Well, I'm getting these calls to my phone, and it's an out of town number, and so I kind of, I kind of ignore it. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of ignore it because I'm up here doing my
Okay.
thing, and so they text me like, hey, this Crazy Bones brother, hit me up. It's about your music. Your music is fire. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, I knew I was busy, so I texted him like, yo, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. And that's what I did. I hit him up the next day. I wasn't really thinking about getting with I'll be honest, I wasn't really thinking about linking up with Crazy at
So, mm-hmm.
me and my team had already we was like, yo, we straightforward, this how we gonna do it. It's fully that's what it was. And so like maybe like 2 or 3 days later, it was like a light bulb was like, and then I was like, I I, I hit the brother up because we had been in talks for a couple of days, and I hit him up like, "Yo, what's up with your brother's label?" He was like,
Mm-hmm.
"That's what I wanted the whole time was to link y'all up." So he
Yeah.
shot Crazy Bone the music, and he actually showed me the text that Crazy Bone sent. The text that Crazy sent was like, "Who is that? Dude is dope," you know. So, but the brother
Heavy call.
in Cleveland. Nova the Rebel, man. He from here. He dope, blah, blah. And Crazy was like, what you want to do with him? And he was like, I'm trying to bring him to you. So Crazy was like, all right, well, shoot. I heard the music. Let's get it done. I'm here.
Done. That is a dope story because, of course, for me growing up, seeing them on BET, which is where most of us would get like our musical knowledge from because social media wasn't like what it was now and things like that. It was
Yeah.
just like seeing them and what they could do and the energy like Bone Thugs and Harmony fed off of each other. It was just something to this day no one has seen before. Like the
Yeah.
closest you could get to that is probably like the Migos, but even that is not what Bone Thugs and Harmony did. So that is a heavy, heavy label, sorry, to be a part of.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen that, through following you went to the verses. So how was your experience like going? What was the energy like? Because verses is something new, created by Swiss Beats and Timbaland that came through this pandemic, what we're going through now. And
Right.
being able to be somewhere where I could feel the energy via like the streaming services I was watching through. So I can only imagine. I see you're lit, you're backstage, all the things. So how was it for you being there? What was your experience? Up and coming artist, you're there with your label. Like just how was Versus for you being there?
I mean, versus was amazing. It was amazing. Like people didn't get to see when we was behind the scenes who was all
Yeah.
trailers. We had DJ Paul come
Yes.
back over by our trailers and kick it and chop it up or whatnot. Everybody was just coming back there. It was real cool. I mean, I was back there like so when I was in Crazy Bones trailer, I was chilling or whatever, and then that's when we got the intel of who was some of the guys that 3-6 was bringing out.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, we was getting the intel or whatnot.
The info, I like how you say it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got players too, so it's we gonna
So
battle
was
it
it
out.
like tension like that? Like battle, not like tension, but like as in like you really didn't know that Terrence J. Howard and like all them people were on that side to come out and they didn't know who you guys had ready to come. Like it was really on different sides in the building. Jeez.
No,
I
it was
respect that.
it wasn't crazy. Look. When I seen Terrence Howard came out here, I said, "You are banned from Cleveland. You are from Cleveland, but you're on side, right? You can't even come." It's all good.
I
It's
feel
all.
you. I feel you.
But
It's
no,
all good.
nah. The energy in there was it was amazing. Seeing who was coming out on their side. I mean, I remember at one point, I was just, I was standing there, and next thing I see some blonde dreads. Then I look over, and it's Wayne. I'm like,
Crazy.
that's what we doing?
The goal, like.
We trying to bring Lil Wayne out too? Okay, all right. We were
So what
saying,
do you do? After you bring out Little Wayne, they still like.
I mean,
I won't insert my personal opinion, but like,
I feel
I
like,
feel like a lot of people thought going in maybe both Ducks and Harmony possibly wouldn't be able to carry their weight the whole way through, and they were there. They
yeah,
were
you
there.
know what? Look, we wasn't running from no smoke. We was good. Like we wasn't tripping. Like, okay, all right, cool. Like, just imagine this. Imagine if Biggie was alive. Imagine if Tupac was alive.
And
So
they came out for the like I
and
know they would have been.
so I went in. We wasn't tripping. It was like, okay, we gonna have fun with it. We still gonna cook up. No matter who they bringing, we still gonna cook. And in my opinion, that's exactly what happened. We still cooked up no matter what. So the 6, the energy was beautiful. The energy was crazy. I was on the stage actually during Crossroads. I had my video up, me and Crunchy Black on the screen, on my screen. I'm video recording him. We rapping together, enjoying. It was, as you seen, it was unity. Everybody came together at the end. Whatever happened towards the beginning, we weren't thinking about that. We want to think about that. It was
It was to me. Sorry, to me as a viewer, it was still unity, even when that shit went
yeah,
down. Because if there wasn't no unity, it would have like I don't know, unpopular opinion, but I feel like it was still unity because you would have felt no type of way if there wasn't love before. You see what I'm saying? So it's like whatever went down. I'm happy everyone was able to squash what they squashed. And it's entertainment. It's versus liquor was flowing like fucking Bill Wayne pops up, turns James rapping, hustle and flow, like shit's lit, like
yeah.
and it was a beautiful, monumental experience. And if I was an artist, like that is somewhere that I definitely would want to be, especially now to be able to soak up game and just be around like such greatness. So, was there any takeaways for you that you could say like these were things that you learned at Versus being
Um,
there?
things that I took away from Versus was just to continue to network and unify yourself
Mm.
because it's so much talent and it's so much money. Why we can't get money together? That's exactly what Bone and 3 6 showed you. And they were
1000.
rivals at one point, but they up here getting money together.
100.
So end of the day, we all up here. We all have talent. We all working, trying to make it happen for us and our families. Unify and get money together. That was my that was my biggest takeaway from that night.
I love that. I love that. No, that's beautiful takeaway, especially like where I'm from, shit is like really at a height, in terms of violence and things like that. So to see a group like Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia join, come together, it was like epic.
Yeah,
It was
and,
epic.
and most of them are friends anyway. Like most of them, they like are making records together. Like the last Crazy Bone album that we did, Gangsta Boo was on like the second track. Yeah, it was either the first or second track. Like she's on that album. She said she hollered that at the verses. I don't know if you heard that. I'm on Crazy Bones' latest album. Something like that, but she had let it
Yeah.
be known. And actually, Crazy Bone and DJ Paul are actually working on a project. They're literally about 10 songs in on that project. So all said and done, they know the job. They know the assignment
Yeah.
to get money together because
That
we can create those bags.
100.
Definitely.
100. So a standard question that we ask here, Downtown World, don't waste no time with negativity is what is a situation, Nova the Rebel, that hands down you could say was negative, but somehow, some way, you found a way not to waste any time with negativity?
Uh, you know, receiving hate from people you don't expect to receive hate from.
Mm.
It's such a huge thing. It's such a huge thing, and I'm sure any industry, but when you're a rapper, it's a lot of it's about the bravado. And
Mm.
so it's like you receive this energy from people that you expect to have your back because you're looked at as you're moving in a successful manner. You're creating and you're building something, and you're at a place where millions would love to be. And
Mm-hmm.
so to record one thing about it is recognizing the energy that you don't want, because a person can be around you acting like y'all cool, they rock with you, but when it's all said and done, what value are they truly bringing uh to you? And if it's nothing but fakeness or whatnot, it's like, okay, you really have to recognize that and move on. So a lot of the time I could feel some type of bad vibes, or somebody say, something slick, somebody I may be cool with, but they saying slick stuff and things like that, doing funny style things. Honestly, I put it in my music. I'll write about it.
Yeah.
I turn the hate into money.
100. Yeah, I love that. And, that is the energy you definitely need. And in the music industry, you need a backbone. There's so much fake people, fake deals, fake friendships. So if there's something you can keep real, is the money in your music. So great,
Yeah,
great.
like, you listen on my last album, Remember to Live, it's a song called Ain't Worried About It.
Yep.
And a lot of that is what I talked about. Is me not worrying about how you feel, because how you feel ain't helping me or my family. So what does it matter? I'm gonna focus on the people who rock with me. So other than that, I ain't worried about it. So that song was like that song needed to be at the top of the playlist. Cause the song is like, I want to say the song is like number 3 or 4, but it's letting you know out the gate, look, I
Yeah.
ain't worried. And then we party, So
Listen. So I'd like to know, Nova, like, what is one of the things that keeps you so motivated in terms of your music career? Because for myself, even now, we're swinging back into the new year, and like, goddamn, like getting back into the swing of things is like I'm always dragging to reply to the emails, dragging to do this, like forcing myself, lying to myself to get back to that high operating energy, right? So what is one of those things where you're low on mood, whatever the case is, and you like it just keeps you going and feeds you to still but be Nova the Rebel who signed to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
the, the people, my kids, and my love for hip hop.
Mm,
That's what that's what keeps me going, and it's what I know. And what I've found out is whatever you love to do, you can live off of it if you apply enough pressure and do what you have to do. So those are my motivations. Purchase purchasing merch, jersey,
yeah.
music. It's motivation that people love me. It's motivation that people want more of me. So, and it's what I love to do. Okay, y'all got it. Boom. And it's
Ah,
all. So the people and my love for hip hop.
no, that's beautiful. What is like one of the songs that you can say like no matter what space you're in, what time of day, or whatever, that you hear this track and it just puts you in a great mood, or like it's just one of the greatest tracks you of all time.
Now, are you talking about that I did, or are you talking about just period?
Just
Just
period.
oh,
And then after, I'd love to know your favorite record from yourself.
um, wow. I mean, today was a good day. Was always a nice go to, a track that I could just man, electric feel. I can't remember the group. I can't remember the band. MGMT
Mm,
called a feel. All on the Eastern Front. It's got a groove to it. I love Two Princes by the Spin Doctors. Uh, man, uh, I don't know. It's a lot of it's. I have to go through my Apple list.
I feel you. Okay, so what is one of your favorite tracks, like from yourself, or a track that your fans wouldn't necessarily realize that, like, that's one of your favorite tracks that you've done thus far?
Hmm. Maybe lights get low.
Mm.
Maybe lights get low. Uh, like that's a song that I could just when the weekend come, like Friday night or man. Okay, but you said anytime. Well, no, but okay, I'm tripping. You asked my one of my favorite songs
Yeah,
by me. Lights
yeah.
get, Lights Get Low is like one of my all time favorites. But also, oh my goodness, that's
Okay.
that's one of my top. you know, and then to add a video to it, and yeah, oh my goodness, and Lights Get Low are definitely some of my favorite records that I've done.
Okay, okay. Why would that be?
Cause Lights Get Low got that sexy to it. Do you remember you was asking about the sexy earlier? You was asking about, bro. Lights Get Low got the sexiness that I be loving, and but it's up tempo and it feel good. And then
Yeah.
oh goodness, it's a bit up tempo. It feel good, but I was flowing like I was really unloading the bars on there. Like I had a line in the second verse. Uh, your girl can't afford me. They call her a hoe, say she fucking with 10 man like Dorothy. Like 10 man, but I
Like
make
Doris, I got you. I got you.
Dorothy. Oh my
I got you. I got you.
But it's just like I was really kind of unloading on that record, but I was having fun with it at the same time. Like I was enjoying myself, and the beat crazy. It just make you, it feel good. They both really feel good. So
So, do you see yourself leaning more into like producing more of your records, or you like how are you with that? Are you like really anal, or you're open to like collaborating with producers and engineers from like wherever? How is that for you?
yeah, I actually collaborate with my producer West Now quite often. Well, we did that throughout a lot of the records on my album. Remember Live. So yeah, we definitely came together and just did a lot of collabing. So I could see myself throwing some more production credits under my belt. I could definitely, or co-production. Let me say that, co-production. I ain't
Okay.
touch no buttons, but I had the ear to be like, hey, look, let's switch this. Boom. All right, cool. We good. So,
Hey, I'm with that. So I'd like to know, do you now with the community going on, like how have you been affected music wise in terms of like just how you operate? Here in Toronto recently things were shut down again. So we're on like another stage down of the lockdown. So gyms were closed, a lot of businesses were closed. Um, Studios, it's getting a bit more difficult for people to move around. Like myself, even from early, I had a home studio set up because I'm like, I hate relying on others anyway. So have you been like affected with that?
um, COVID definitely affected some things, but it also brought some new things.
Mm,
One way that COVID affected affected us, we had a song. We had put out a single at the end of 2020. Was it? No, 2019. I think. Yeah, yeah. It was 2019. We had a song called "Sun Goes Down" that we had released, and
mm-hmm,
so I talked to Crazy Bone. Me and Crazy was literally putting together a treatment. He was finding because he really loved the song, um, and we were putting this song. The song was produced by Sci-Fi the Chemist. We were doing this record, and it was done. It was ready. Me and Crazy Bone were talking about an actual treatment for the record. We had a treatment and everything. And uh next thing you know, COVID hit,
yeah,
and nobody nobody wanted to be close to anybody because the video, like, it was gonna be a lot of people.
mm-hmm,
But then when COVID hit, it was like, well, I need to social distance. So I ain't gonna be able to be around all you. And so it kind of really it really hurt the idea because it was really a dope concept for the video, and we were really planning on going all out for this record. But then
yeah,
that hit, and then I want to say right after that, the George Floyd thing ended up happening. So when that happened, I actually changed my energy from that record Sun Goes Down, and I ended up putting out a record called Colin Kaepernick, and we went in and did that video instead. So it did have its effect, but the good thing is I leaned on creating, because we couldn't really tour. You know, our,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of our dates got.
Where are you based again?
I'm sorry,
Where are you based out of?
Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ohio. Yeah.
So a lot of our shows had got canceled because, you know, this whole thing is happening. So
Yeah.
what I started doing, I ended up actually being able to create my own on this Instagram platform, my own concerts. And I did that. I
I
was able,
loved it. Loved those live. Yep. You killed
yeah,
it.
yeah. I was able to put that together. Got creative. I was actually able to make a little money off of it or whatnot. Some few dollars. And I did it twice.
Yeah.
And it was just something that I probably wouldn't have dove into had COVID not hit. So
Happy. Mm-hmm.
it had its hurtful parts, but then it also had its.
Well, speaking of that, right? Because I loved that performance. You killed it. The energy was so fire in there. It felt like as if I was seeing you at a show. And we're seeing all these new developments in tech com and like, you know, virtual reality and all this stuff. Like, would you ever consider doing like a virtual reality concert? Or is that something to you as an artist you still feel like, no, I gotta be on stage with the people? Like, how do you feel about that?
So you're asking a virtual, like,
Reality, yeah, like
I
you're
would do
probably
it.
in the room, yeah.
No, look. Hey, I mean, I get paid to perform, and we talking about, another check, another.
Like I'm asking though, does that sound like crazy to you? Like, are you like, whoa, that's wild, or are you like, nah, that's
I
something I would definitely do? Like,
I
if
think
you had the option and you had to choose, you know?
I think I would have to see it. I would love to see how it looks,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be like, just no. Like, I want to. Okay, let's see how it looks, and then
yeah,
we can go from there. But
yeah.
I'm probably gonna say yes regardless, because I love to put on a good performance, like,
No,
regardless.
you're a great performer. You're
Thank
really, really great at embodying the stage. Did you have any like training with that, or was that something that like from when you started performing, you just got it right away? Like,
not a lot of people know this, but okay, so I went to the Hard Knock Life tour when it was happening back in the 90s. Yeah, yeah.
I was so jealous off of that.
Such, such an amazing concert. And so everybody did great. When I seen DMX, I was like, that
Right.
that yeah, I need that. I need that energy. I need that plug in socket, like, because he was all over and he was doing what he wanted to do, and
Mhm.
everybody loved it, including me. So it definitely had it definitely influenced my performance, but also I wanted to put my twist on it. One thing I like to do is I like to laugh.
Yeah.
I enjoy being a jokester, making jokes, having fun, talking trash, and so
Yeah.
I like to do a little bit of that during my shows, but it's also like I don't want to just be sitting up there just rapping. I don't want to do that. So if I could show people my personality, give you guys some of me, like, I think showmanship is a huge piece to
Huge.
great performance. So
Huge.
that's what I want
Yeah.
to do. That's give you my energy, and then when the beat go off, we can talk a little for a second, and then we hop back into the next. The transition. It's about the transition for me. So
A lot of people sleep on that. Like, obviously, one of the greatest I feel like to do it is Beyonce. She could drop, she could miss a beat, she could fuck up the choreography. You wouldn't even know. You
yeah,
wouldn't even know.
yeah,
The transitions, as you said.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yo, I just one of my high
Oh, that chapter is telling on you tonight.
one, one of my high school one of my high school friends, like I've known her for over 20 years.
Yeah.
I see her comment. She said he definitely liked to crack jokes on people, cause that's what I used to do. Like she always get on me about, cause I remember saying something about her mom had a peg leg with a kickstand on it, and so she she keep holding that against she keep holding that against me. I said that about her mama, but I love her and her mama, so she know it's they
You
know
know
it's
you
joke.
like your mama.
Yeah, you know that. But
It's
no,
all one girl. Yeah.
but no, I for me, it's definitely about the showmanship, about the energy. What you put in is what you get out. So it's like, okay, if I'm a go in like this, I need the people to reciprocate that love, and they usually do. They
Yeah.
use so.
No, that's beautiful. So don't play with
She
me.
called me.
Funny. No, that's beautiful because I hate that like now we're in a time where we want to know a little bit more about who we're investing in. We want to know a little bit more about the artist itself. And, boy, has the pandemic showed a lot of what these artists are really like. And dear Lord, like,
Yeah.
it was best when there was a lot of distraction outside. But for some, it has worked a lot in their favor. Do you feel like kind of a pressure to get more social media like happening too with the pandemic happening where like when you're outside because as you mentioned you hosted freestyle battles before and things like that, so what was that like? Is that like a pressure for you or you're finding a good balance?
Um. To answer your question, I think I'm finding a pretty good balance. It's this thing is about being able to adapt.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what's happening, it's all about being able to adapt to. So I'm gonna find my way, however I need to find it, and I'm gonna keep a balance, and I'm gonna be able to find my way through anything. I literally just had a conversation with Crazy Bone, and we were speaking about some things going on this year, and it was like, yo, just make sure you keep some backup plans going too, because this is what you're gonna need, because we don't know exactly what's gonna happen in the next few months. I mean, they could shut it
Mm-hmm.
right down. So
Mm-hmm.
it's this whole thing is about being able to adapt. Life is about being able to adapt. So uh, if you're used to doing that in life, I mean, this game is no different.
Yeah, like Ross said on his newest album, Richer Than I Ever Been, he literally said, yep, they call it the pandemic, we call it life. Period. Like as a black person, I'm used to shit being something like this. So
Yeah, yeah.
when
I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't have a big trust in people. I just don't, because of everything that I've dealt with coming up,
hmm
and a lot of the heartbreak and broken promises and stuff like that. So my trust is definitely not very high. So it's like, all right, I know that if you say you coming, that's cool. I'm gonna hit up two more people and make sure that if you don't come, they'll be waiting in the wing like that. You know, it's. I mean, we all
1,000%.
know you need backup. You need backup plans. You need a plan B and C and D. So
You do.
you know, yeah.
It's chestnut checkers. So I'd like to know, if you could change something given the power about the music industry, Nova, what would one of those things be?
More ownership.
Mm,
More ownership. Not enough people know about owning their own. A lot of our forefathers in this music, you know, struggled for so long just to get their masters. And I think
mm,
ownership is just a huge part that, like, we created this. yet they own it. Doesn't make
Doesn't. Mm-hmm.
so that's what I would change.
1,000%. I rock with that. I'd like you to tell us what you have like coming up in the future. Do you have another project about to release? I know I'm putting the pressure on you because you literally just dropped a project a couple months ago, but what can we expect from you musically coming, moving forward? Because as you said, things are up in the air, but artists like yourself keep me busy and entertained and motivated and to keep going, you know? So what are some of the things you possibly have coming, Nova?
Um, a lot of the things that you know what, I'm really creating a lot right now. Really creating a lot right now. Music wise, I'm working on a new project. It's called Rebel Wednesdays. Um, I won't get too specific, but I was literally picking out beats for that today. So I have that project coming. I'm about to tear him up.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling because I'm like the
But
last one came out like 2018. This one came out last year, but something is telling me. I don't know. I feel like you're about to put some more pressure. You're not really leaving that much time between. So I was right. And I'm
yeah,
looking. Make sure
um,
you got that over here now. So make sure to send it over
oh yeah,
anytime you got something new.
oh yeah, definitely. Getting ready to do more videos. Uh, uh, off of the
See, Noah got you. Producer by produced by Noah. He got you.
oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, you know, I'm actually creating a school, so that's another thing. Um, I won't get specific, but yeah, yeah, we taking it. We bigger than only just music. We definitely. So that uh, I want to, of course, I want to do more online concerts as well this year. I only did one this past year. I want to do at least four
Oh
if
yeah.
possible. Uh, yeah, just I'm a lot more traveling. We have the excuse me. We have Crazy Bone is working on a new project, so he's looking to fly me out in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dope.
what music.
No, that's
Travel,
how it should be. That's how it
yeah,
should be. I'm
yeah,
looking at my year and I'm like interviews, interviews, interviews. Like that's what it's about. Like, come on, man. Like about almost year 3 of this panini. If you're not doing what you love by now, like the fuck is you doing?
yeah, yeah. This is definitely the time for it. Things are so fast forward right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's so many ways to just continue to learn that it's okay. Sit back for a quick second, take advantage, because the thing is this: even if we're not touring, which we really haven't been touring the last couple of months. I mean, granted, you may have a show here and there, but with everything going on, there's a lot of shows getting rescheduled. So,
Yeah.
dates. So that does allow the artist the time to get creative. Don't just sit back with your hands, like this. No, it's like, nah, get to creating, because that's what we are. We're creatives. And so uh I wouldn't be handling my business if I didn't take the time that I'm sitting to get creative and produce more things for the
Lock
world.
in. Lock in. So Instagram is telling me I have a minute left. So Nova the Rebel, I want to say thank you so much, for allowing me to have this conversation with you tonight. I'm already a fan. I already follow you personally now on the blog, and I'm thankful that getting to know you and knowing that you really are the person or the individual behind your music. I would love for you to let everyone know where they can follow you, support you, stream your music. And guys that are still in here, please tap that top corner there and make sure you're following over the Rebel. But the other everyone know where to follow you. I took all your time. Sorry, 25 seconds.
Okay, at Nova the Rebel. If you want to follow me, it's right at the top. Tap that down arrow and it'll pop right up. Follow me. Nova the Rebel, everything. Twitter at Nova the Rebel. Facebook, Nova the Rebel, everything. All of it.